I don't know what you done to people. You probably just moved on with your life because a lot of people didn't deserve you. But you got some people, especially from your past that you was romantically involved with, that, excuse me, it's like they rather see you dead or something. They rather see you struggling, whether it's unalive in a metaphorically, or if it's literally. Like, these people, it's just given like hatred. That's how you know they never loved you. I feel like you moved on from people till you couldn't stick around anymore, and you probably started moving on with your life, whether that's dating new people, blocking them, and moving forward. But maybe some of y'all thought that this person would be there for you in tough times, like you would be there for them. Because regardless, I feel like you're some type of earth angel, light worker. You have a good heart, humanitarian, very nurturing. You don't hold grudges. So I feel like when anybody is down in the dumps, and you've had enough time to probably not carry resentment for them or whatever the case may be, you would come to their rescue. But I feel like these individuals would not come to yours. And even if they were able to, they purposely would not, just so they can know, yes, she or he is going through something in their life. Whoever this person is, this could be somebody older than you, don't have to be. But all I know is they are a liar. I don't know if this is your confirmation that if you ever felt like, nah, that don't sound right, or I don't know about like, this is your confirmation that they are a liar, honey. Probably could hit even lie when it came to you, or they withhold the truth a lot. You know what I'm saying? So say for instance, if you have mutual friends, some of y'all can have mutual friends with these people. Say if you was like, hey, I haven't heard back from this person. When I messaged them, they blocked me. This person would tell them, no, I talked to them about it already, and that was that. But in reality, none of that happened because they still holding a grudge that shouldn't even be held against you. Because if people were doing you right in your life, you wouldn't have no reason to cut them off. But for some reason, you don't carry hate in your heart. You don't carry the energy of, oh, I hope this person goes through this and goes through that. Or when it comes to your downfall, people are laughing, right? You don't do any of those things. But these people, surprisingly, right? Because maybe some of you guys are surprised, but from the outside looking in, it's not surprising at all. Because people who are not in love with people who are not, they're not close to certain people's hearts, we can see the manipulation, the lies, the betrayal, the deception, But when you're close, too close, that you're not really zoomed out to see what's going on, a lot of times those rose-colored glasses could be on. Sometimes you could be blinded by love. Sometimes you can ignore the red flags. But that's why I say it's not surprising to like the outside world or from the outside looking in. But to you, it may be. That's why you can't allow these things to get to you as much, because in reality, they're only showing you their true colors. I don't know what part I left out on because I went to go grab some oracles and I received a text message. But these people, they have hella ego and pride. But the thing is, they also have low self-esteem. I always wondered, how the hell does that work if you lack self-esteem but you have such a huge ego? See, these people are poison. They're toxic. They have unhealthy behaviors. All right. They are just toxic to you. Who they are is toxic, right? These people couldn't even be reminiscing when it comes to you. It's crazy they could do you like this and still expect you to return in their space. Some of these people want you to return just so they can feel better about themselves. But I feel like, remember we talked about that retaliation energy, punishing, payback, revenge? I don't feel like you're operating in this space. Some of you guys, you may have wanted to do these things, and then maybe something came over you to where you don't feel this way anymore. But for others of y'all, this person feels like they got their get back. Whatever you had did, I don't know if you ghosted them, if you cut them off, and when they thought they was gonna get another chance, I don't know. Ouch, I don't know what you did, but If you tried to reach back out to them or something and they basically returned the favor that you've given them, they like, ha ha, got my revenge back, pay back some motherfucker. Yep, they just trying to punish you. I don't even know if they see it in that way. I don't even know if this person may be narcissistic or they just have resentment. I don't know. This could be somebody that's a runner. They avoid things. They're trying to avoid you as well. But that's okay because you taking out the trash. You show is. I feel like you no longer bargaining, begging. You just releasing and escaping this person because you've seen everything that you needed to see with them. It's nothing else that you need to see. What you've experienced, I feel like you're now realizing that this was also a love of yours that wasn't meant to last for long, right? Maybe you were picking up this in your dreams, maybe because you're so tapped in, you have esoteric information, hidden knowledge, whatever, high priestess energy that you just knew, right? Maybe certain songs could remind you of this person. I feel like there's a lot of emotions that come and go within this dynamic, whether it's you or them. And then on the back of the deck, we got gossip, which ties to petty, jealousy, and envy. This person could gossip about you. Maybe you were the talk of the town when it came to this connection, but this person is very petty. If this is a male, they're most definitely a feminine male, right? Meaning they're not in their divine masculine, and they do things like become jealous of you, envious of you. You know, they do petty things towards you. I feel like you threatened this person, like whether it was literally or metaphorically, like you're a threat. People are intimidated by you, even the people who you connect to within your love connections. I'm telling you, I feel like you went through all these things just so you can know better, just so you can teach, you know, your generations after generations, because you're possibly the generational curse breaker. So don't take these things to heart. 1111, just continue to move forward and know that you're the prize and that you're not taking a loss, that people are losing out and missing out on you. It's not the other way around. I feel like some of these people didn't gain the enemy, and it's never best when you're on the side of, yep, you're an enemy now. You're not a friend, you're not da-da-da. But I feel like a lot of you guys don't really carry that type of hatred in your heart. So maybe regardless, you'll still do like loving things or have this energy of, you know, like maybe you'll just be mad or whatever for 1 minute, and then the next minute you'll probably be like over it. But for some reason, I'm just picking up that you just fed up, you just done with people like treating you in these ways when all you did was be a positive and huge impact on their life. You connecting with people who don't even have no talent. And I could have sworn everybody has some type of talent, some type of gifts. But you connecting with people who not even tapped in spiritually. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like you overcome challenges, right? And you're going to overcome this one. Because some of y'all, this is a challenge to you. Because like I said, you're a good person. You know, this was somebody who probably was close to your heart, you know. So justice is being served. I feel like, we got confirmed promise and justice. Yep. So I feel like this was just a walking red flag, to be honest. But since you ended up getting convinced that it wasn't, you effed around and found out, karma is being dished out to this individual because they are responsible for certain things that happen in the connection, and I don't feel like they're taking the responsibility of it, because maybe they're, but for you, this is just something that, like I said, you live and you learn. It was just an experience. You took a risk and you survived. You're more in the energy of stability and harmony than you think. So just accept this, move forward. You probably already are. So yeah, that's the message. Yep, you took a vow, or take this vow to keep moving forward and to go after your passions and travel and just, you know, keep on embarking on new territory. Explorer, that's what you are. So 9 times out of 10, that's what your life consists of. You dibbling and dabbling into different things and learning lessons, receiving blessings at that. So yeah, you didn't miss out on anything. They missing out on you. Bye.